Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And to shed more light on this, we are most delighted to be joined by our prominent guest on the phone, Mr. Abdul Rahman, journalist and political analyst. Mr. Amr, always great pleasure having you with us. Happy anniversary.
And pleasure is always mine. Thank you for this great introduction. And a very good morning to you and to the dear viewers.
Well, happy anniversary to all of us. Marking the anniversary of the 13th anniversary of the June 30th revolution, President El-Sisi have conveyed many messages as he framed the revolution as a defining national moment, and also he highlights the unity, resilience, determination of the popular will that turned the injustice and the many unacceptable things into a lasting political and civilizational turning point for Egypt. What's your take on this?
Well, those president's words, they remind me of a feeling that I personally have lived throughout those golden moments in my life. Personally, I was a true part of this revolution. And we have witnessed the moment between death and life. It was a moment of birth, of rebirth of this Egyptian nation, a moment of we have moved from despair into a moment of hope and great expectations as a nation that is ruling this region for thousands and thousands of years. So I believe this moment has restored Egypt to the Egyptians, has revived the feeling for the second time, as we are a nation, as an army, as a unity, to confront any evil, any regime that has tried to manipulate our destiny, our march towards building the great Egypt that we are all seeking to build, to achieve, to establish. Of course, those moments were unforgettable, and I believe each and every person who lived this moment and witnessed that unity between the army and the nation and the people in the streets, in the sky. We were witnessing the chapters flying over our heads to support us, to give us protection, and they are saying, we are there for you, we are here for you. Yeah. Those moments I can never forget. So it was a great moment, and I feel that these moments can never go in vain. It will always be in the conscience and in the history in our own nation, and it leads us to a better world, better times, and a better hopes and stronger hopes for a stronger Egypt that we are all seeking to achieve.
Yeah, but all of us, we can never forget such moments as we really witnessed that change, that we made it ourselves, and how we restored and regained our identity, our homeland once again. Even we and our sons and daughters, even the Gen Z, we all remember such glory moments as we got our state again and our homeland again. I mean, how can Egypt keep the balance between security, stability, and progress for Egypt after within the state of, after the years of the revolution?
I believe this is in our own genes. It's like a code in our own genes, how to preserve our own country. It's written in the history books for many and many times. when whether the enemy was an outsider or the enemy within this country, we have fought against it with the most surprising way to that enemy. We always astonish and surprise that enemy on with how we can fight with different ways. That's why they always say that the Egyptian is hard to tell what it's going to do in the next moment, the next day. And that's how we have achieved that victory, achieved the moment of reuniting or getting more in touch again with our own identity. That identity that has kept us as even the enemies, like Bernard Lewis, they call us the Rock. Yeah. They call Egypt as a nation as the Rock. That means how strong and tough we are, and how hard for us to be divided, whether to divide our own land or to be divided in a sectarian wars like all the countries around us. That didn't work with us. They know that they cannot do this to us. So it's the genes, simply the genes of Egypt, the genome. I might say the genome of Egypt. We are the mother genome of all nations, of all genes. That kept us the personality of Egypt, the personality of Misr, like Professor Dr. Gamal Hamdan has described it. That personality is too strong and lived for 1,000 and thousands of years and will prevail eventually to achieve the ultimate target, which is establishing the Egypt that we all dream of, we all fighting to build.
Yeah, you're right. And coming to building, as we spent more than a decade, Egypt had spent for state building, economic reform, political reform, organizational restructure, and also at least till we reach the region and the strategic leadership in the region. Mr. Amr Abdul Rahman, a journalist and a political analyst, many thanks for your insights and for being with us.